What's going on, champs and champions? It's FireMonkey here. This video is going to be a little scuffed because I'm playing live lobbies of Blitz Royale and my brain can't focus on talking about all the information and playing the game at the same time. But in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the encrypted files we currently have for the rest of July, or I guess the rest of the current version of Fortnite we're in. Reminder, Epic Games does have a break around July 11th, and then the update's going to be either July 14th or 15th. I forget the exact day, but it'll be in that first little 10th area of July. And with that, we have a little bit of time left where we have to wait for all these encrypted files to get decrypted to figure out what extra goodies Epic Games actually has for us. Now, as I mentioned stuff, I'll be going by pack, so I'll mention like pack 1000, the file size, what it might be, all the type of stuff, and then we'll go on to the next thing. However, I do want to quickly explain how encrypted files work, because I do see this as a question I get quite often about what does an encrypted file mean? How is something encrypted? You know, you're a leaker. If it's encrypted, just post it. You decrypt the other files. And to quickly explain the situation to you guys so everyone is at a complete understanding of how encrypted files works, it is kind of the system where in Epic Games, you know, there's these files that we have that we're able to decrypt because you need those to play the game normally, but then there's these extra encrypted files which aren't able to be decrypted right away because of how their system works. And what I mean by this, oh god, wait, there's fighting going on. Okay, get over here. Get over here. I gotta fight you. Okay, my aim sucks, but you know what? I want to eliminate them. I'm going to follow them, but what it means by encrypted files is that not even Fortnite themselves has it decrypted when you launch the game. So what this means is that they wait for a server response, aka an update from the calendar, to mention the AES keys in order to decrypt those files for the game itself to actually view it, and for us to be able to view it as leakers as well. Meaning that technically those files are locked safe, lock and key, you know, behind closed doors, where unless there's an issue where it's not encrypted on a specific console and we actually have images to actually view it, or you know, like the ID or something to view it on that console early, then no one's really able to get a good glimpse of these cosmetics until they either announce it to content creators in the early cosmetic program, or until they accidentally decrypt it early, or whatever else might end up happening. So keep that in mind. That is how encryption for Fortnite files work. There is the base files that get decrypted so that me and you can actually play the game every update, and then there's files that don't get decrypted until the servers actually go and are like, hey, look, we got something to decrypt right here. With that said, however, we have a few files to talk about. So currently, as of July 3rd in v36.10, there are 9 encrypted files. We have pack 1000 with 41 megabytes worth of files and 785 files inside of it. Now, this one is set to have HD textures. Whenever a folder has, or I guess, you know, an encrypted file has HD textures, it typically means it's going to be either something that includes a prop of some sort, so, you know, an emote that has a prop in it, like a basketball or something, or it means, and it's usually in this area, of a new collaboration cosmetic set, whether that's a backbling, a pickaxe, a skin, whatever else, or even sometimes vehicle cosmetics. But vehicle cosmetics typically don't have HD textures because those are never really encrypted for some odd reason. So typically when we see HD textures and we see something like 785 files, it most likely means that there's a cosmetic set currently encrypted in that folder. Now, to give you guys a little bit more context, it appears that we don't have any new sets in this update, so you know, anything that could be a surprise collaboration. So it appears whatever this collaboration actually is going to be, and whatever this big encrypted chunky file is, it's going to be cosmetics or gameplay features for an already released cosmetic set. Now, that could be Superman, because we do know we have the Superman mythics and everything releasing soon, you know, during everything else going on. It could be something else entirely, so, you know, there's a lot of areas for it to be, but it's not going to be a collaboration we haven't already seen. So for the people out there who have seen the rumors and everything of One Punch Man and want One Punch Man in Fortnite, it appears that that is still set to come to the game, but not in the current game update. Next up, we have pack 1003, which has 1.1 megabytes of files and it has 22 files inside of it. That one does not have HD texture, so most likely this is just going to be an emote. After that, we have pack 1004 with 2.1 kilobytes of files with 1 file inside of it. Now, because of how small this is, it is a little weird that it only has 1 file inside of it, because typically when it comes to locker bundles, they have this small file size, but they typically have like 4 files inside of it, like we'll see later down the line as I go through this list. So the most likely scenario for this is that it is a locker bundle, or for some odd reason, it is just a texture. Whether that's a texture that shows up somewhere on the map, we don't know, but I wouldn't expect pack 1004 to be decrypted anytime soon because of it only being 1 file. files, so I feel like it might just be a little bit of a mistake, and they plan to add more stuff to it later down the line. Next up, we have Pack 1006 with 15.2 megabytes worth of files and 848 files inside of it, and now this one also has HD textures. Now, one of these should probably be some gameplay features, such as, the new Superman mythics and everything else, but we're not 100% certain as of right now what is going to be inside of all of these, so keep that in mind. There is still some area for you to guess and try figuring out what is inside of these before we all know, but it does have the higher likelihood of being a cosmetic set due to having HD textures inside of it and just having a lot of files overall. It has more files than it would need in order to actually go ahead and be some sort of collaboration skin set. Next up, we have Pack 1009, which is 1.3 megabytes and has 21 files in it. Due to the small file size and not having HD textures, I'm going to assume this one is going to be another Icon Series emote, or maybe 2 Icon Series emotes, because we know they've done that recently, or time and time again, so that is definitely an area to be at. But it definitely appears that regardless of what it is, it's going to be some type of emote that you'll be able to get in the game. After that, we have Pack 1011, which has hold on one second, I gotta eliminate this person, so that's probably a bot though. But I have to make sure we're playing a little bit decent. Okay, that is 100% a bot. Jeez, what is going on in this area? So many bots in Blitz Royale. But we have Pack 1011, which has 746.5 kilobytes of actual data and 97 files inside of it. This one is a little bit odd to me because how many files it has for not even being 1 megabyte of data. Because of that, I have a feeling that whatever is inside of here is most likely a vehicle. The reason I say that is because they don't need HD textures for vehicles, because for some reason they never properly encrypt that data, and at the exact same time, while they don't need HD textures or anything like that, they are able to have a decent amount of a file size which fits the data that we actually have for this. So it appears we might have another vehicle currently encrypted. However, at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if there actually isn't any type of vehicle encryption going on here at all, so just kind of keep that in mind as we go through this. It is just in that vague territory where it's it could be one thing, it could be another. We're not 100% certain right now. Dang, I keep getting messed up in these matches. After that, we have Pack 1012, which is 2.9 megabytes with 26 files inside of it, most likely an emote or 2 emotes. After that, we have ourselves Pack 1014 or 1014 with 8.8 megabytes of files inside of it and 117 files total. This has HD textures, so I highly expect that this one is most likely going to be at least one skin or a backbling or a pickaxe or something. It's definitely not going to be a full set or anything else, because some of those other ones we mentioned have 3 to 4 times the amount of files inside of them and are a lot larger, but this does have HD textures, which means that it should have a lot more to it, unless they want to somehow bundle in 5 emotes into one encrypted folder. After that, we have Pack 1015, which is 1.1 megabytes with 4 files inside of it. Now, this one is a locker bundle, so we have one locker bundle currently encrypted that has not been announced yet. I don't know who it's for, don't ask me in the comments, I'm not going to be able to answer that, but a decent amount of files to last us until the next game update, and it appears like there's going to be 3 bigger sized collaborations, unless one of those is just the gameplay features for Superman and everything else, planned to release during the rest of this summer vacation event, or whatever else you want to call it, 14 days of summer. Now, something I should mention is that there have been leaks that apparently Lex Luthor is set to come to the game with the whole Superman stuff in July. So I wouldn't be surprised if one of these collaborations, maybe that smaller 1014 file, is actually going to be related to Lex Luthor and all those cosmetics. So that's definitely one of the recent rumors we've heard that seem to be true, because, it just kind of makes sense with everything going on with the Superman movie and everything and all the promotion in Fortnite. So hopefully this video was informative, kept you up to date with all the upcoming encrypted files in the game, and let me know if you want me to do these videos more often. I feel like it's a little odd to do these videos because of the fact that, encrypted files, it's kind of just here's the list of stuff coming to the game. We don't know the actual sizes of the stuff inside of it or what they are, so I'm not for sure if it will make the best content for you guys, but definitely is a nice way to update you, to let you know how many more collaborations you could be expecting before the next downtime update. With that said, however, I hope the champs and champions enjoyed today's video. Hope you enjoyed watching me fail to actually play Blitz Royale. If we did, consider subscribing to support content I create. I'm gonna lock in now and try to actually win this match off camera, so until then, peace out.